Hello everyone, this is Madhuri from JSK Coaching Center. Today I am going to let you know about English grammar. So first we need to understand what is language, then we can understand what is English grammar. So what is language? So it is a medium of exchanging of our thoughts and feelings. It is a medium of exchanging of our thoughts and feelings. Like whenever we want to exchange our thoughts and feelings, that is called language. So see, if I am feeling hungry, so how will other person will know about that I am feeling hungry? So either I will sign, or I will speak, or I will write. So this the way of exchanging our ideas, thoughts, feelings, that is called language. And now we have type of language. So verbal language, like oral, I am speaking, so that is called verbal language. Whenever we speak, so we are doing verbal language. Non-verbal language, like written. So in that language, in non-verbal language, we are writing something and we are exchanging our thoughts, ideas, views while writing to the other person. And sign language is very easy. Like if I am saying hi and I am raising my hand, so that is the sign of that I want to meet with you, and I am saying hi, that I am meeting you and I am talking to you. And if that person is far from me and I am just signing to something, that yes, that person will know about that, yeah, this is the sign of that thing. And you can see there that a lot of things are there where we sign. And now see in definition that verbal language. So it is a language which exchange thoughts by mouth. Exactly, if we are speaking, so obviously that is the verbal language, like talking, conversation, etc. And non-verbal language, it is a language which exchange thoughts by written way. Whenever we write something, that is called non-verbal language, like letter, chatting, etc. And here is sign language. So it is a language which exchange thoughts by body language, symbols, etc. Here is the example body language symbols, like if I am signing something and I am speaking while my body language, so that is the also sign of my language. And you can see that if a person who is feeling nervous, that person sometimes rub their hands, and the person feeling nervous, so they are just fumbling also. And what is English language? Now I want to let you know about that. It is a language which is non-phonetic language, a language which is mainly for speaking. So non-phonetic, why is it so? See, Hindi is phonetic because whatever we will see, we will speak. Like if I will say आप सुन रहे हैं, तो then whatever you will see, you will speak. But in English, whatever you will see, that doesn't mean that the sound would be also that. Like TO2, but GO, not go, that is go. And there are a lot of plenty of words where we need to think that what is non-phonetic, like what we need to pronounce or not. And that's the main problem where we are struggling while pronouncing any word. And then what is English grammar? It is a set of rules that help us to read, write and speak correctly, properly, that is called English grammar. Why is that set of rules? Because there are a lot of rules. It is a set of rules, like whatever we are learning, we are learning in a proper way. We have many rules, that what we need to speak, what we don't need to speak. If we talk about silent words, so where we need to think about it, like that. So that help us to read, write, speak. Obviously, if I am not aware about the agreement of subject and verb, so how will I let you know about this? and how will I read it, how will I write, and what is the way of pronounce, and all the things. So this is the set of rules which indicate us that you need to do this thing and that. So while reading set of rules, we are understanding that how we need to pronounce and how we need to write, read, speak also correctly, not wrong, correctly and properly. That is called English grammar. And types of English grammar, we have four types of English grammar, like orthography, syntax, etymology, prosody. So what is orthography? So it means that it deals with the use of letters and mode of combining them into words. This is the first step of English grammar, that whatever we are learning. So it deals with the use of letters. Whatever letters are coming, you know very well that in English alphabet there are 20 letters, 26 sorry, extremely very sorry, there are 26 letters and 5 vowels. But if I talk about IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet, there you know that their vowels number is 20. And if I talk about the letters, there are 24, that consonant. So their total means like 44. And you can read about there plenty of how we need to speak and what are the short and long and all the things. They are mixture of it, and IPA help us to how to pronounce any words and how we need to speak. So in that, the use of letters and need of mode of combining them into words. So letters, when we combine letters in a proper way and which makes sense, so that is called word. And letter is the smallest unit of alphabet. Sorry, letter is the smallest unit of any language. And now that is etymology. So it deals with the use of various classes of words and changes and they undergo. Like we have made the word and how we will deal with it. Like if I would say you are very beautiful, so in this there are some words which categories are different. Like you means pronoun, and are is helping verb and it would the under of verb. And now very, so it is adverb, and beautiful you know very well, adjective, so on. So we need to learn that how we need to categorize, and we need to understand the vocabulary. And word is the one thing that which influence, which enhance to our speaking way. And then there is syntax. It deals with the use of connection and arrangement of words in sentences. So obviously whenever we connect many words, and it makes like I said earlier, that it deals with the use of connection and arrangement of words in sentence. So whenever we combine words in a group and that makes sense, so that is called sentence. And we need to read further more sentences, tense and so on. So that is called syntax. And now prosody. It deals with the use of manner of speaking and reading. It is the last stage, how we are developing ourselves, how we are speaking, means like in a proper way, like I am speaking speech something. So like that, if I am telling you about how to read and I am awareing you about English grammar, so this is also, we can say that this is the teaching way. So how am I speaking? So I am speaking like in a proper way. I am trying to be like in proper way, but sometimes I also make mistakes. It doesn't mean that I will stop myself. So we need to think that in prosody, that is the last stage of English grammar, and not least, we have many things. And in prosody we can learn about how to write speech article, not a and there is the article of like use of collection of sentences where we write plenty of sentences with together how we describe to something and whatever is that, and debate and report. There are many things. So proceed. If we learn many things in a proper way, we categorize it that what we need to do first and then what we need to after that, then we can learn. Otherwise if we are thinking that yes, I will learn tomorrow and I will do it tomorrow and I am just postpone it my work, so it doesn't mean. We should not delay it. If we want to learn English, so we need to do on the spot whatever is it right, it is right or wrong. That's all. Thank you so much for lending your ears to me.